Hey everybody, it's Eric from epautos.com, your libertarian car guy, and I'm just trying to pan across the new standard 12.3-inch integrated single-piece touchscreen that Kia has put into the 26 Sportage. In addition to that, also, you may notice that the console's been redesigned. Instead of having a T-handle gear shifter lever here, you've got this round thing now, and that's sensible on a couple of counts. In the first place, these T-handle shifters are kind of a relic of the days when there was a mechanical linkage, so that when you pulled back from park to drive, you were actually pulling on a ratcheting mechanism or a cable that engaged the various gears, whereas now everything is drive-by-wire. So it's all kind of an illusion. When you got that handle, really all you're doing is telling a sensor to put the transmission in drive or reverse. So why not just go with the rotary knob here, which is what they've done. It frees up space on the console, and that's a plus. That's a nice thing. The main thing, though, that I think is a big plus, even though they've got this big 12.3-inch touchscreen, they still have buttons for things like the seat heaters, the steering wheel, coolers, and that's very helpful. And there are still knobs that you can use to change the temperature, and these they're still sort of kind of like a cell phone interface, but they're not, because they're always here. So AC, sync, fan speed, you know where they are. You don't have to search through menus to get them. Really, the only thing that pretty much requires you to use the touchscreen has to do with the radio system controls, and I think that they're better in a lot of ways than what you find generally with these touchscreen interfaces, and I'll give you a specific example. So if you're looking here, you can see the XM Sirius menu, and I can just thumb scroll all the way through literally everything that's on Sirius XM, which it's nice. In a number of other vehicles, there are these sub-menus. They'll categorize things. Sirius XM has something like 500 channels, so they think they're being helperson by having like news or talk or country music or whatever it is. The problem, though, is that it's by no means all-encompassing, and you wind up being pigeonholed into these categories, and then you have to figure out how to go through the menu to find what you want. Sometimes there's a keypad entry system, so you manually type in, I want 110 or whatever the channel is, and then go that way. And that's all fine when you're sitting in traffic, not moving. But when you're driving the car, it's definitely more of a pain. So I appreciate the ergonomics here of Kia. They did a nice job with that. Anyway, I've got a full review of this car up at epautos.com, the web's best libertarian gearhead site. Hope you'll swing by and check it out. And tomorrow I'll be on Brian Hyde's show per usual, and then Wheels Up with Bill Meyer on Wednesday, and I hope you can tune in. And if not, we'll have it up on the site for you, and we'll have more for you again soon.